A summit at a turning point, the 51st G7, is underway in Kananaskis June 15 to 17, 2025, hosted by Prime Minister Mark Carney. Key attendees include leaders from the Core 7 and invited outreach guests Ukraine's Zelensky, India's Modi, Australia, Mexico, South Korea, the EU, etc. tm.gc.com +12n.wikipedia.org +12reuters.com +12.1 Middle East Flashpoint. Iran-Israel crisis. Escalation between Iran and Israel is dominating discourse. UK's Starmer is pushing for calm. US, UK, EU weighing targeted sanctions on Iran. Every G7 nation is deeply concerned about a spillover into global energy and security. Mackay's view: they will have to pivot to that subject. The Middle East crisis demands top billing, even as other crises build backstage. 2. Managing Trump. Diplomacy without discord. Mark Carney's top challenge: keeping discussions focused and productive with Trump steering clear of past disruptions and abandonment of the summit communique. Canada is opting for individualized wrap-up chair summaries to avoid public confrontation. Reuters.com. Mackay warns leaders must tackle President Trump without ganging up, balancing diplomacy, economic pain, tariffs, and security concerns. 3. Manage-Rana trade wars and tariff aftershocks. Global trade friction, particularly U.S. tariffs, loom large. Carney aims to diversify partners and reduce dependency on U.S., echoing Mackay's caution. Canada must shift gears without provoking Trump. MedicineHatNews.com +14 Reuters.com +14 Reddit.com +14. 4. Spotlight on India's Modi. Canada extended an invitation to India, sparking domestic controversy over diaspora tensions, for example, Khalistan. The Mackay highlights Modi's presence as strategic. It marks Canada's pivot toward economic diversification and joint energy, mineral projects with India. 5. Ukraine and Russia. Zelensky's attendance underscores a West's continued focus on Ukraine. G7 leaders aim to maintain sanctions on Russia and enforce global security, another high-priority issue tied closely to other crises. 6. The big question: can Canada reign in chaos? Mackay sums it up: Carney needs finesse to manage conflicting personalities, broach complex topics Middle East, Ukraine, China, and still steer the G7 toward measurable outcomes. Discretion is key. Productive diplomacy over aggressive confrontation. In summary, what Mackay would say: Peter Mackay recognizes that while the Middle East flare-up demands immediate attention, Canada faces a multi-front challenge, balancing Trump's volatility, trade tension, India's debut, Ukraine's needs, and China's shadow. It all hinges on Carney's ability to create unity without confrontation and to turn volatility into progress. Let me know if you'd like deeper dives, for example, on India's influence at the summit, Carney's China strategy, or middle ground scenarios with Trump. Relevant G7 and global coverage.